welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this week I am not on screen, fancy just kind of kicking back a little bit and just showing you the cards, really, showing you what your spread looks like. We're going to be doing, I'll tell you the spread that we're doing this week and I'll show you the cards obviously as well. So firstly, the cards that we're using this week are the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This is the one that I usually use for my clients. But you'll see that when I use this, I actually cut it down. I trimmed it. I'm one of those readers that watches all the trimming videos of cards and all of the edging and stuff. So I trimmed it and edged it, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I only did it actually because I've got a second backup deck of this that hasn't been opened, so I thought, hey ho. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use, probably for the first reading, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. I just love these cards. I've had these like a couple of years, never really used them. 2-3 years, I think, along with the other deck of his, the one in the blue box, and I never used them. Started using them, and they are incredible. So we're going to use those. And any clarifiers, any clarification we might need, guys, we will use the Small Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot in a tin. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your week ahead reading. Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. We're looking at the 23rd of February, which is Sunday the 23rd of February through to Saturday the 1st of March. I think it's next Saturday, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. I think next Friday is the 28th. So, yeah, let me just... Oh, my goodness. I'm terrible like this. I'm like, I do the dates and then I think, am I right on the date? So I'm going to have a quick look at my calendar. Sorry about this, guys. And I'm just going to quickly check that... let me just quickly check here and make sure that we've got this calendar, this date right. If I can find the calendar on my... where is it? There it is. So the calendar. Let's have a quick look at the dates. So we're looking at the 22nd, 23rd, 7th, 28th. Oh no, sorry. It is Sunday the 1st. Alright, so we're going up to Saturday the 29th. I didn't know. Is it? Are we in a leap year then, are we? I'm sure that, I don't know. I think it only goes up to the 28th, doesn't it? So we're actually looking at 23rd of Feb through to the 26th of Feb. 29th of Feb. Do apologise. 29th of Feb. Oh, it's lucky I checked that out. Could have done them for all those videos. Sorry. Right, yeah, 23rd, so Sunday 23rd through to Saturday the 29th, and then we start again from the 1st. Brilliant. All right, what I'm going to do for the reading, we're going to use the John Holland Psychic Tarot of the Heart cards. We're just going to pull out 10 cards just to have a look at what the message is for the week for Scorpio. Let's have a look. We have the 10 cards down. It's a beautiful deck this is. I don't know why I never used it before. And I'm using the bottom of the deck as well. So the bottom of the deck says win or lose. So for me, win or lose is you've got to do something. Whether you win or lose. Some people only do certain things if they're or if they feel that they can ensure a victory. And the universe is saying take a risk with the win or lose card. So really the ethos of the reading is about winning or losing. Alright, so whether you win or lose, it's time to kind of take a risk. There's no time to kind of say I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to take a gamble, or I'm not going to change job, or I'm not going to, you know, look for something else, or I'm not going to, you know, walk out of my relationship because, you know, I'm uncertain of the future. The win or lose card for me in this particular deck, and you've got the booklet, I certainly have, but I'm not renowned for reading booklets from cards. I tend to get the card deck, look at the booklet and think, I don't really fancy reading that. I do if I get really stuck on something on a card, I do read the booklet, but other than that I just go with my pure intuition. So I just feel that win or lose, that's the ethos, that's the message this week. It's all about whether you win or lose, you've got to do something. You've got to kind of take a chance or maybe take a gamble. What's the first card saying here? So this is all about healing. So this week it's a week, Scorpio, to focus on healing. Let's have a look at the next one. And coming together, all right? So I feel that, you know, if you've had a rift with someone, if you've had maybe, Scorpio, a disagreement with someone, then I really feel that this week is a week for healing the situation, coming together with those people that you love and healing rifts, difficulties, problems that you might have experienced with others. And it feels to me, Scorpio, when I look at the cards, it's almost like it's saying that we know, Scorpio, that it's a real kind of gamble for some of you guys to do this. We know, Scorpio, that some of you guys don't want to take that risk. We know that some of you guys don't want to kind of take that gamble. But the universe is saying that if you don't try, you'll never know. And whether you win or lose, it is a time probably for venturing out and speaking to those people that maybe you've held some long-standing family or friendship rifts with, or maybe even working rifts. Okay, so this is all about you. And if you look at his hand, what he's got is he's mastering something here. So when we master something, we are attaining the skills for that. So this is all about learning how to master the heart as well, because he's holding the heart in his hand. Okay, so this is all about mastering the heart, mastering your emotions. So maybe some of you guys really need to try and... It's a difficult thing, isn't it, when we fall out with others? And I think that the reading this week in general is just talking about bad blood and having problems with other people and falling out with other people, perhaps. And if we can learn to master the emotion, maybe there's been an emotion that's been hurt here. Maybe you are holding on to the emotion of hurt. Maybe you're holding on to the emotion of anger. Maybe you're holding on to the emotion of hatred. But if you can master that emotion, it's probably going to make it a lot easier for some of you guys showing here. I feel that you need to be clear on what your beliefs are as well, because it's got the clarity of the belief here. All right, some of you guys need to master your beliefs as well. When I talk about mastering your belief, what I'm talking about here is some of you guys, you know, you've had a problem with someone here. It's saying that you need to heal and come together with others. So I think that there is a need to heal a rift. Win or lose, take a gamble. This week is for healing a rift, coming together with others. All right, learning how to master those emotions that you're feeling. And I think that those emotions may be connected to anger or hatred or even fear. I feel for some of you guys, you also need to learn how to define what your beliefs are, or how to get more clarity on those beliefs, perhaps showing here. I think it's going to help you to move on. So I feel that if you're clear in what you believe in, or you're clear in terms of the intention that you set. So the clarity of belief card for me is all about looking at what your beliefs are. What do you believe in? This is about defining your beliefs. Sometimes we have a belief, we don't even know what it's about. Sometimes we're unclear about what we truly believe in. For some of you guys, it may be, I'm not sure what I should be doing here. Should I be coming together with others to heal a rift here? Should I kind of get over myself, maybe with the mastership of the emotions card? Or should I do something else? I think if you get really clear on what it is, or what it is that you want to achieve, maybe through coming together with others to heal some sort of a rift, and also through being able to master maybe some negative emotions that you're feeling towards others, Scorpios, I feel that if you can kind of define where you expect to go, if you intend to do all of this, I think you need to get clear on the belief in terms of, well, where is this going to lead? Is this going to lead me here, or is this going to lead me here? What direction do you want this energy here to take you in? And I think that if you do that, it's going to help you to move on and move forward. Let's have a look at the next card showing up here. Scorpio, you need to listen this week, because we have the listening card showing here. Believe and succeed. Okay. I think that you need to listen. I think that you need to listen to others. I think that you need to listen to your intuition as well, because I think that might be the High Priestess. It's a number 2. So I actually feel that you need to really listen and tap into your intuition, okay? I feel that if you can do that, perhaps what will happen here is we have the believe and succeed. So some of you guys, also in the clarity of belief area here, it's not just about listening to your intuition in this situation, it's also believing that you can succeed in the situation as well. So listen to your intuition and believe that you can succeed. All right, because some of you guys need to get clear on what your beliefs are. All right, some of you guys believe that if I try and approach a person, or if I try and resolve a situation, if I try and get some resolution to a difficult situation with another individual, perhaps it won't work out. That's why we've got the win or lose card at the bottom of the deck. It's saying that you must take a gamble, whether you win or lose, whether somebody wants to, you know, accept an apology from you, Scorpio, or not, or whether somebody is interested in trying to reconcile differences. You don't know. You don't know until you try. So you've got to kind of take a gamble in this win or lose. All right, it's about healing some, you know, some friction within a relationship here. Right, so you need to heal it by coming together and learning how to master those emotions here. And the emotions will be probably quite negative. You need to get very clear on what your beliefs are concerning this situation. Where is it you want to go? What direction do you want to take? How do you want to move forward with this? Because I think it's going to help you to move on. All right, listen to your intuition. Believe that you can succeed in this matter with the Believe and Succeed card showing here. Okay, and you need to definitely take the lead. So there's no time to sit back and wait, Scorpio. It's time to take the lead in resolving the situation this week. Some of you guys are feeling alone. So though you might be feeling alone, it really is time to take the lead. Though you might be feeling alone, some of you guys are kind of like, well, I don't really have anyone to tell me what to do. And even if it's a case of you do have guidance around you, some of you guys feel very alone in having to make a decision to take the lead. Some of you guys don't want to take the lead, because you know it rests on your shoulders, whatever the situation is. But the universe is telling you, you must take the lead, whether you feel alone or not. Or for some of you guys, Scorpio, despite feeling alone, you must take the lead. It's time to take action. Simply love. Just simply love. Take the lead, though you might be feeling alone. It's time to simply just love, just to give love. Now you can see in the boy's hands, what's he got? He's got a book. He's got a book. The book is closed. It's time to open up. The book is all about opening up. Opening up on secrets, opening up on what you deeply feel. Unveiling, revealing is the Simply Love card. He's got the book in his hand. It's shut at the moment, but look at what glows from it, a light. It's time to open up. I don't want to use cliches like shine your light and all this stuff. I'm not into that. But at the end of the day, it is time to open up to how you truly feel. You might be feeling alone, but regardless of that, you've got to feel the fear and do it anyway. You've got to take the lead in the situation and open up to how you truly feel. Just give love. So the message, the general message for this week, Scorpio, is whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter, because this is all about you taking the lead. Whether you win or lose, it's time to take a gamble. There's a lot of fear involved in the situation, and some of you guys need to learn how to master that, how to overcome, with the Master card here, the feelings of loneliness, the feelings of being out there and having to take the lead in a situation, because you're not clear on what your beliefs are. Probably the beliefs are, I don't know which way this is going to go. That's why we've got the win or lose card. You have to take action regardless of what the outcome is, because this is all about healing a rift, probably within the family, and it's time for you to come together. Whatever family it is, whether it's work family, love family, you know, romantic family, whether it's your family, it's time to heal the rift and come together. I think that what's happening here, Scorpio, is that you're choosing to ignore your intuition, because some of you guys, you need to clarify what your beliefs are before you can move forward in this situation. So the universe is saying to you, if you need to clarify your beliefs and what they are in terms of moving forward with this situation, then all you simply need to do, Scorpio, is listen to your intuition and believe that you can succeed in the situation. Okay? So this week requires action. Regardless of how you're feeling, it's time to act. Okay, bear with me, we're going to come back with the work reading. Okay, Scorpio, let's have a look at your work reading. Okay, Scorpio, let's have a look at the work situation, what's happening here. I hope you like my newly trimmed. And if you guys that are familiar with the Enchanted Everyday Tarot, you'll see that it's been trimmed. It looks phenomenal, doesn't it? Alright, so for work this week we have the Chariot. So the Chariot for me, you know, and often I read kind of, you know, I read the illustrations on the card. So I read the actual pictures as well and what they're doing. It feels like you're trying to swerve, you're trying to navigate, you're trying to kind of swerve a few bends. So there may be a few bends in the road this week in the workplace. And this week it's a week for focusing on how you're going to navigate those things with that Chariot. And if you do that, you're going to have victory. All right, with the Six of Wands energy. So if you learn, I think two things. I think certainly because the Chariot also means success and victory after a hard-fought battle, we do have that Six of Wands in the Chariot. And I think that showed up for another of the signs together through another deck last week when I did the weeklies. But this is success and victory. All right, so some of you guys in work, success and victory. all right, showing up. And that can come in any guise. It can be, you know, getting a pay raise. It can be, you know, being told that you're going to get a promotion. It can be with the Six of Wands and the Chariot energy, finally, you know, being told that you've been awarded, you know, given a special award for the work that you've done, that type of thing. The Six of Wands is also about receiving praise. Now, on this particular Six of Wands, Scorpio, we don't see somebody sat on a horse with a whole heap of people following them, you know, that they're raising a place of elevation, there's appreciation, there's all those things. We get somebody who's jumping over hurdles, which is, I really love this version of the Six of Wands from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, because it's just, it's so true of life. Sometimes we have to jump those hurdles to not only just to appreciate what we have, but also to win something. So sometimes, for me, this card is all about, you know, what is won, what is gained. We had to work hard to gain it with the Six of Wands energy. So it's like a hard fought battle. And it's almost like a, you know, it's like a well-deserved win. So I actually feel that because with the Chariot, some of you guys probably, I mean, this could also read maybe as a past energy. Some of you guys have kind of, you know, had to swerve and had to kind of try and navigate a lot of kind of bends in the road. There's been, things haven't run straight for some of you Scorpios. But I do actually feel that this week for some of you Scorpios with that Six of Wands energy, you're actually overcoming the hurdles and you're achieving victory. And I think that some of you guys are getting a lot of appreciation here as well with the Six of Wands energy. Got a lot of support behind you, a lot of people that like you, a lot of people that appreciate you, a lot of people that are praising you, that really consider you to be something quite great. However, some of you guys are still not happy with the Four of Cups energy. Despite all of this energy, you're still not happy with that Four of Cups. And to be honest with you, that can definitely be a Scorpio trait that, you know, and I'm a Scorpio myself, so, you know, please don't come for me on this, because it can be a Scorpio trait where Scorpios are prone to depression a lot of the time. And I'm a Scorpio myself, and I know many a Scorpio, including my twin sister. I know a lot of Scorpios, so I know that Scorpios can definitely be prone to depression. And Scorpios sometimes don't always see the, you know, the greater or the lighter side of life. So we can see here that after having swerved all of these bends, that finally you overcome the hurdles and you achieve victory of some sort. But for some of you Scorpios, unfortunately, it just looks like you feel like it's not enough. For some of you guys, you just feel that like it's not enough. There's still kind of like a little bit of dissatisfaction. Some of you guys are feeling really disillusioned here with the Four of Cups energy showing here, Scorpio, in work. Probably not happy because you're juggling a lot of stuff. Some of you guys got a lot of responsibility this week. So it's kind of like a, I wouldn't say it's a bittersweet week, Scorpio, but what I would say is that this week is a great week for achievement with the Six of Wands and the Chariot. You guys have really had to go over a lot of kind of very rough terrain, and you've been trying to swerve those bends and navigate those bends to get to where you want to go, and finally you've done it. So you're achieving, there's an achievement being made by Scorpio this week, and it's been a hard fought battle and it's a well-deserved win. However, some of you guys are not feeling happy as well with that Four of Cups energy about the amount of responsibility that is being put on your plate with the Two of Coins energy in terms of the work showing up here. However, I do see you guys persevering regardless of it with the Nine of Wands energy. And it can even be with the advice showing us the Nine of Wands energy that if you are feeling kind of a bit pissed off because you've got a lot of work to do, you know, yeah, there is a sense of tiredness with the Nine of Wands, but the ethos of the Nine of Wands is to keep on going. Even though you might be tired, you might be depressed, you might be fed up, you might be like, oh, I can't be bothered with this, but the universe will always say with the Nine of Wands, regardless of those two energies, just keep on going. Just keep on going, because what we're seeing here is that Scorpio is finally being able to navigate those bends, and they're making a lot of achievements here. You know, hard-fought battle, well-deserved win. All right, so all of that good stuff's going on for you, Scorpio, okay? And though you might be fed up with the amount of responsibilities that are being heaped on you in the workplace, Scorpio, just keep on going, because you're very near completing it. You're at a 9. let's have a look at the next one here. We have the Seven of Pentacles showing up here. So some of you guys may be reviewing an offer of something else. If you look on this particular Seven of Pentacles, I really love this deck. It's definitely up there with one of my top 5 decks of all time in tarot. I've got a few more coming, actually. I can't wait for you to see those ones. But this is amazing. Look, we've got the hand being held out here, and there's a woman here who's made her, you know, she's crafted out all of these cushions, and the hand that's being held here is saying, look, I'm gonna, you know, can I buy your cushions? Can I take your services? But this is, and she's having to consider this. So some of you guys, you're selling services this week, Scorpio. Some of you guys with that Seven of Pentacles energy, it's time to take a step back to review. Maybe you've got another offer coming in terms of work. Maybe it's time to take a step back and review what money you're earning in work. Is it enough? Are you worth more? That type of thing. And it may be some of you guys are feeling kind of a little bit pissed off with that Four of Cups and the Three and the Two of Coins energy showing here, and you're kind of with that Nine of Wands as well, thinking, you know what, I'm really struggling here. Some of you guys are like, I'm sick of all the responsibilities they're heaping on me, and I'm really struggling, and you know what, I should actually be paid more for that. So some of you guys may be reviewing what you're being paid, because in ratio to the amount of work that that's actually being put on you this week. And some of you guys might be reviewing a change with the Judgment energy showing here, because Judgment is all about a change. All right, this is a life change as well. So I feel that for some of you guys, if you're tired and you're like, oh man, I'm really struggling here, that type of thing, I do feel that this will be a week where Scorpio is probably reviewing with that Seven of Coins a change with the Judgment. You're probably reviewing leaving the job, because she's just about to go out the door. And also, if you look at the Seven of the Judgment energy, can you see how the trumpeter is calling this woman? So some of you guys are reviewing a new job. You're probably reviewing what your calling is as well. You're probably saying to yourself with that Seven of Coins and Judgment energy, you know, I'm wondering if I should just do something else. But Judgment in terms of work as well, this is all about your higher calling, you know, your higher calling. This is the angel calling you. It's calling you. It's all about your life purpose. So some of you guys are taking a step back this week as well, Scorpio, and you're saying, I don't really know what my life purpose is, or you're kind of taking a step back to review what your life purpose is. Well, what is my purpose? I'm sick of juggling all of this stuff. You know, I'm really tired and nobody really seems to care. You know, even though, and can you see all the people around? I hope that you guys can get a closer view of these cards. Let me just see. There we go, that's straighter. And I'm just going to hone these in. Just going to try and, there we go. I want you to just be able to see the cards a lot closer. You know, and what's interesting, I really find this interesting, this reading. Very interesting, actually. Yeah, I feel that this week as well, because this energy here, these 3 cards here, I would definitely say connect up to these ones. Because some of you guys are feeling really tired. I've got too much on my plate. Look how much she's got on his plate. I've got a lot on my plate at work, and I'm struggling. And can you see all the people in the background just kind of smiling or laughing, and you're kind of like, you know, and I'm still being badgered by these people that I work with, and they're not really appreciated. Some of you guys are really feeling unappreciated. And it's funny that you have this here, because some of you guys, which is why I think these may be 2 different things. Because some of you guys, after a long, hard-fought battle, a well-deserved win in these cards here. But so some of you guys have that, but some of you guys are not feeling appreciated in the workplace, and you're deeply considering a move, or you're kind of saying, well, I don't feel good about what I do. What is my life purpose here? Let's look at the next one showing here. The Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is, I mean, on this one here, she's painting on the back, so she's painting, and it's all about the imagination. So I actually feel that some of you guys really need to start tapping into your imagination with the Seven of Cups energy showing here. Yeah, possibly something to do with learning something new with the Page of Swords energy. I really feel that you guys need to kind of look at your options and start tapping into your imagination. Possibly something to do with probably going back to college, or relearning something new, or maybe you want to be looking at doing something you do as a hobby, or maybe something you do on the side for work type thing. Page of Swords energy, Three of Cups energy. So the Three of Cups is friends and discussions. So maybe you need to start tapping into your intuition here. Not necessarily intuition, but the imagination is the Seven of Cups. So some of you guys really need to be looking at your imagination here, tapping into that. Page of Swords energy. Maybe you need to be researching or talking. It could be with a group of friends about what it is that you want to do. Maybe you're working with a group of friends, but you've got the Three of Cups energy here. showing here. And this is all about discovering something new. Some of you guys could be discovering something new through a group of people here. Maybe this is about joining a group or something like that. Maybe this is about getting out there and joining a group and exploring a hobby or something like that. But this Page of Swords is all about exploration. This could also be about using your imagination. Maybe you want to look at something to do with creative writing. If you do anything like creative writing, Scorpio, that might be something that you want to do. Because I actually feel that, you know, if some of you guys are kind of saying, well, I don't really know what my life purpose is in these cards. You know, I don't really know. That Seven of Cups, sorry, that Seven of Coins and the Judgment energy. You know, some of you guys considering leaving, yes, this energy here, this job. And some of you guys are, you know, saying to yourself, let me just think about this. I don't really know. I'm just trying to review. I'm trying to think about what my life purpose is. What is my calling? Because this is your calling. So what's my calling? Some of you guys taking a step back and saying, I don't really like what I'm doing here. What's my calling? So perhaps if you do some form of creative writing, the Page of Cups is the Page of Swords, sorry, is a writer in the tarot. Because the swords represent a pen as well. And the Seven of Cups is imagination. So maybe you need to be using your imagination. Maybe you may want to kind of explore creative writing, or maybe you want to be writing down things that are in your imagination in these energies here. Or maybe you want to use your imagination. Maybe you want to be exploring working within groups or getting together with friends or groups and discussing things that you can do together. I think it's a week for getting creative for some of you Scorpios. I really do. I feel that it's a week for getting together. I think it's a week for talking, getting together. You know, coming up with a few ideas, maybe doing a bit of creative writing, maybe, you know, drawing, whatever the case is. Just tapping into that creative energy. It's a bit of a cliche, I know, as a tarot reader to say, just tap into your creative energy. But it is, yeah, I think it is. With this Seven of Cups being the imagination, the Page of Swords being the card about exploration and becoming a student and learning. This being about group work, that type of thing, with the Three of Cups energy showing here, exploring groups maybe that deal with kind of creative things, that type of thing. The world is your oyster. All right, and if you're saying, well, I don't really know what my life purpose is, well, maybe your life purpose is to do something creative, Scorpio. Maybe that needs to be explored just a little bit more here as well during the week, especially if you're unhappy with your work. But certainly, I feel that there is a need, if you're unhappy with the work that you do, with the Chariot as well, showing there, could say, just hold on, just kind of navigate those bends, because you will overcome it with the Six of Wands, and you are going to reign supreme as well. But also for some of you guys who aren't happy in this area here, you know, just take a step back to consider what it is that you really want to do. And also in this energy here, if you're not happy with this here as well, Scorpio, maybe it's time with that Seven of Coins energy showing there to kind of take a step back and review, well, what is this trying to tell you? Because the Judgment energy is all about a wake-up call. So if, you know, if you're consistently juggling work showing here, and you're not happy with it, and you've got these people who aren't really supporting you, and you feel like they're on a limb on your own, and you're just keeping strong and you're carrying on going, maybe because you've got families to support and obviously bills to pay and stuff, then the universe might be saying to you, well, there's a lesson in this with the Judgment energy, because Judgment is all about the lesson. There's an awakening in this. There's a realization in this. We're trying to tell you something here. So just kind of take a step back as well, Scorpio, and say to yourself, well, if I'm not happy in this energy, then what is the universe actually trying to tell me? Because it could actually be that the universe, through all of this in terms of work this week, Scorpio, is actually trying to tell you. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you that you need to start considering maybe a new path, because you've got the Page of Swords. Now, pages in readings are new paths, they're new beginnings. And you've got 2 7. So maybe you're being told that now is the time to make a choice as well. Now is the time to make a choice. Maybe you want to start creating a new path. 3 are creativity or creation, and Page is a new path. So maybe the universe is telling you with the 2 7s, it's time to get confident, make a choice, that it's time to create a new path showing up here. All right? It's time to create a new path. All right? You're very close to something new, but maybe some of you guys need to take the bull by the horns and do this. So there's all sorts of ways to look at this reading for the week, Scorpio, and I hope you have a very, very good reading. A very, very good week, sorry, concerning this. Let's get the fairy. I wasn't going to do a fairy reading, but an oracle reading, because we've already done oracles. But let's get a fairy advice card on this, actually. Let's have a look. Right. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Scorpio, please, through the Fairy Oracle this week? What is the advice that you have for Scorpio, please? Okay. Right, it says, come together. You had that in your first reading. Come together, it says. Let me see if I can see that. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. And actually, that Three of Cups is teamwork as well. All right? That is teamwork as well. So I don't think that this energy here, these three cards are a part of this energy here. I just feel that this is something that you could look at. Maybe you want to research teams, maybe creative teams, working within a creative environment. So maybe some of you guys are more creative in terms of the work that you do, and you'd like to kind of veer towards that. It's all about coming together this week and maybe exploring some new creative ideas as well. All right then, my darlings, I'm going to come back with your love reading. Bear with me. Okay, Scorps, thank you for joining me on your love reading. Let's have a quick look. Right, Five of Pentacles, sorry. Oh, am I doing? Can't even read. I might need glasses, I think. Five of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Pentacles in terms of love. I always found this is the only card of the Five of Pentacles that I don't really like in this deck. But if I were to think about what it was trying to say through the pictures, it looks like it's telling you to take a gamble. Can you see? Like the Five of Coins, she is getting something. It's not much. There's not much money in it with what she's getting, but she's taking a gamble. So maybe this week is a week to take a gamble with that Five of Pentacles. But then no, you've got two fives, the Five of Swords energy showing here. All right. It could be that maybe Scorpio needs to take a gamble. Maybe you need to cut yourself off from an individual here with the Five of Swords. And when we look at love readings, that can be romantic love or love with families or friends or whatever the case might be. Let's have a look. Seven of Coins. Yeah, I do feel that this is, and I'm just reading the pictures now. And I'm reading how intuitively how I feel with those cards. I feel it is time to take a gamble, Scorpio. I think that some of you guys need to cut yourself away, cut off and, you know, just take time to reconsider or to consider an offer maybe. Or consider what somebody's giving to you. Because can you see that they're giving with those coins, and she's kind of consider what this person is giving. So I would say perhaps this week it's time to take a gamble, cut yourself off from an individual, distance yourself from an individual here, okay? And I do feel with that Seven of Coins energy, maybe you need to take a step back and consider and say, you know what, I don't know, what am I getting out of this relationship? Because she's getting the coin. So maybe time to take a step back, cut yourself off, and just do a little bit of a review of what you're actually getting out of a relationship with someone here. All right. They're a King of Cups, or this could be you, the King of Cups energy showing here, Scorpio, because King of Cups is a Scorpio card showing here. Ace of Swords energy. I feel that with the, you know, the King of Cups is, as I said, a Scorpio, as you know, it could be you. And you've got, I always found this combination fairly difficult to read, the Ace of Swords with that. And the Ace of Swords is, if you look here, is an examination. So I think that some of you guys with this King of Cups and the Ace of Swords, you really need to be examining your feelings. Because there's an examination, it's cut through with the Ace of Swords here, and this is all about your feelings. Maybe you guys need to start examining your feelings. How happy are you in the relationship, for example? If you look at the King of Cups, he's really, really happy. If we just read this as an energy, there's a great deal of emotional satisfaction with the King, because the Kings are the highest you get in the courts, and when you get a King, they're completely satisfied. As a, you know, as a card, if it's not an energy, it's a card. It's, you know, if it's not a person, it's an energy. So this is all about contentment and satisfaction, King of Cups energy. But maybe you need to start examining with the Ace of Swords energy just how satisfied you are within a relationship, emotionally wise. The Page of Coins energy showing here. So the Page of Coins, for me, in a love reading, is the need to, sometimes it's about building a new relationship. Excuse me, sometimes it can be a person, perhaps a younger lover with the Page of Coins, a younger woman or something like that. The Page of Coins can also be the need to kind of put some work into the relationship, because coins pretty much represent the work that we put in. The King of Swords energy showing here. Page and a King. So the Page is quite young and the King is quite old. Okay, so I don't know whether this person is childish whether you've got somebody who's quite childish. But then the Page of Coins was never the most childish of the pages. The Page of Wands usually, Page of Cups, yes, because they're both kind of very immature in the way that they think and how they perceive things. The Page of Coins has a willingness to learn. All right, has a willingness to learn. So maybe there's a need to learn. It looks like there's two kings in your reading as well. So I'm not sure whether there's two people involved in the situation or whether this is you. Because I think this is you. And I think that you are examining your happiness with this King of Cups energy. But you're examining it, Scorpio, from the king position. Because I feel that there is a great emotional awareness here concerning Scorpio. And I think there is a need to examine your emotional fulfillment. How emotionally fulfilled do you feel in this relationship showing here? The Page of Pentacles energy. So the Page of Pentacles is all about work. King of Swords could be the person showing here that you're dealing with. And the Queen of Cups. Wow. So there you are as well. And this is the person here. That's really interesting that those cards should show together. That's really, really interesting because that's you as well. That's you, Scorpio, sitting there. And the King of Swords here. It's almost like he's presenting the evidence to you. Showing here. Can you see how the King of Swords presents the evidence? And it's the Ace of Swords. So he's presenting the evidence to you in the card. And you've got the cup here. Opening up the heart. Opening up the heart to a new idea. Opening up the heart. So do you need to open your heart up to a new idea? This person seems to be presenting an idea to you, and I feel that you guys need to be open to it. I feel that this man here, male, female, whatever, with this page energy showing here, I feel that this person has, I feel that this person, I don't think that they're childish, but I feel that this person is, it feels like this person is eager to learn. I'm trying to think of how to pair that page with the king in a way, because it's a love reading. And so when you do combinations of cards, you're looking at how this is. And for some reason, sometimes when you get a certain deck and there's a lot going on in the picture, you're trying to kind of say, well, what is this kind of saying to me as a reader? And it looks like this person, can you see how the page is being offered money? He's being offered money for a service here. And the Page of Coins is all about building something new. So this can also be about desire. This can be about physical desire. Okay, I think that there is a physical desire for this king to present to Scorpio an idea. So I feel that this king has a desire, as it were, to present an idea to you. And I feel that you're going to need to be open to that. All right. Nine of Wands energy. I'm seeing a lot of struggling going on here and kind of having to persevere. And it's been really hard with the Nine of Wands energy. The Page of Wands energy showing here. I think that you're close to a breakthrough. I think that you're close to a new beginning with this person, with that 9 being so close to that page. He's almost running out of that 9 finally. Can you see how he has the arms in a traction here, and he's got the... he's on a crutch showing up here, but can you see how he's running here? So you're very close to be, and if you looked at that, this is almost like the restriction. So it's like this person's movement is restrictive, and finally, he's very close to coming out of all of that stuff. So I actually feel that this kings, I think that this person, I think there is a desire, a really strong desire for this king to show you something, and I think that show you an idea that they've got, and I think that you need to be open to it, Scorpio, showing here, because I feel that this could bring you very close to resolving the situation. Pages for me can also be resolution cards, because they're all about things being new and bright and shiny and clean. So for me, you're almost very close to this kind of resolution. The resolution is on this energy here, because some of you Scorpios in love, you're kind of like thinking, should I take a gamble and just cut myself off from this individual here, this King of Swords? You know, this week it's all about you guys really looking at, well, what is this person giving to me? You know, what are they giving to me? Some of you guys, I think with this King of Swords, I don't think there are 2 people. There could be for some of you guys, but I don't think that there are 2. I'm not going to read it that way. It doesn't feel like that. I think that you are both the Queen and the King. I think that in your absolute awareness, Scorpio, you say, you know what, I really need to examine my feelings, because the Ace of Swords is about the examination, and the King of Cups is the feelings. So some of you guys are really examining your feelings. You're really at that high place, and you're saying, I'm very, very aware here that I need to examine my feelings about this, because what is this person giving me? You're asking what this King of Swords is giving to you. But I feel that this King of Swords, showing here, whoever they are, Scorpio, I feel that they have a desire, a really kind of strong earthly desire to show you an idea, to talk to you, to communicate honestly with you. And I feel that you need to be open to listening to that with the Queen of Cups energy, because I feel that this could maybe help free you from the bondage. And I think that you're the 9 of Wands, Scorpio. I think this could help you, free you from the bondage that you feel. I'm not saying that it's all your fault, Scorpio, and I'm not saying that this person, if it resonates with you, isn't in the wrong. But I actually feel that you need to be willing to sit down with someone and have a chat about something, because you're obviously, from what I can see in the cards, you're obviously very unhappy at what you're getting from an individual here. You don't feel that you're getting much. All right, and you're really starting to sit down and sort of say, let me think about how I feel about this, you know, because I'm coming from a place of being the King of Cups energy, which is I'm coming from a place of being very self-aware. You're very self-aware that you need to examine the feelings, how you feel about everything now. And I think for some of you, Scorpio, it's really coming to a crescendo bit here, a real crescendo bit. You know, it's really kind of getting to that biting bit where you're kind of, some of you guys are like, I don't know whether I want to be in this anymore. But the universe is saying that this person, I feel, and also I feel with the Page of Coins, this person could, you know, could provide some very practical solutions to the problem, because this is about being practical. Is the Page of Coins. He has to know what to do with his money, you know, so he has to come up with some very practical solutions, so things that he can actually physically do properly, in order to make the money, because he's young, so he has to, which is why he started off with dog walking. It's a very easy job to do. So this person here, this king, this person that you've got a bit of beef with here, you know, you may want to give them a little bit of, cut them a bit of slack this week, Scorpio, because they may have a very practical solution here, all right, to how you resolve whatever your problem is. I think this is your problem, a lot of you guys. Maybe it's not. But I think this person could come with some very practical solutions here in these two cards. You need to be open to listening to it with that Queen of Cups energy if you're going to resolve the tension that you're feeling within that 9. Because I think that you're feeling a lot of tension, and with that page I feel that there is a need to escape that and to move from that. So if you're going to resolve the tension that you're feeling, Scorpio, be open to listening to the partner's practical solution to the problem. Okay. That is your reading for the week, guys. I'd like to say, as you can see, a bit longer this week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Have a great day. If you'd like to order a reading, just go through to the website. Take care. Bye-bye.